That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Just listen to this. Gee, I wonder. I can't wait to read this one because, gee, I wonder where this mentality is possibly coming from. Are you ready? Listen to this. This is great. There is speculation online. The only reason you bought the PS5 version of Street Fighter 6 was so you can avoid getting beat by better players on Xbox. It's cross-platform. Let's continue. People are saying you're just going to pad your stats on PS5 playing crappier players. It's cross-platform. Did I not say what I hope I can do is very quickly get back to where I was? For example, with Honda, I'm at 3-star Diamond. That's after 1 day of playing Honda on Xbox. What makes you think I can't do that on PS5? I'll be back there within 1 or 2 sessions. With Blanca, yes, it took 2 months to get to Master, but that's because it took me over a month to get to Diamond. You understand? Now, I'll probably place in Diamond. After playing my ranking matches, I'll go right into Diamond and turbo through. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard because it just shows a complete lack of any kind of conscious, intelligent thought. You know, put a fucking brain in your head between your 2 ears and stop just repeating and parroting what dumb shits say to try to make things sound bad in regards to fighting games or how this game works. It's cross-platform. You're not running from players. You're playing the same players on any console. It's just that I have to get through those rankings again quickly. So it's the most insanely stupid thing I've ever heard. And take a wild guess who's saying that, right? The dumb fuck trolls who don't actually understand at all how Street Fighter 6 works, right? So if they're that dumb, I don't know what else to say. I don't know, if you're that stupid, you don't understand Street Fighter 6, but you want to spin everything into a toxic negative thing towards me, I can't help you if you're that stupid. I wish people weren't as stupid and they didn't literally make stupid narratives that then people blindly followed because they're also stupid and they just want to believe toxic negative shit about people on the internet. Like, there's literally nothing factual in the statement. It's just stupidity. My whole goal here is to get as fast back to the rankings I have on PS5 as I had on Xbox. But the sad fact is, there's morons who bought that, right? So what are you even talking about? Makes no logical sense whatsoever, but that's how these people are. They're really dumb. All right. Lavinia has been spamming the stream chat, I shit you not, for an hour. Okay? Moderators have warned her to not do it, and she kept doing it anyway. So now it's time to address the very important comment from Lavinia. You ready for this? You want to address how you treated me like a dunce and replayed out your intro for me because I said exactly this to you about your mini PC. Well, we already addressed this, but I guess we'll do it again. So hold on a second, everyone. Let's have another special restarting of the podcast this morning, 2 days in a row for Lavinia, since she wants me to go back and readdress it. So here we go. Listen, buddy, you're an asshole. We hate you. We don't want to see your fucking goofy looking face. Alright, we're not going to do that because that's wasting everyone's time. But the point I just made is that today I have more information about the mini PC than I did yesterday. As you know, day over day things change. That's called life. That's called gaining information and experience based on time and investment. And then you gain wisdom based on things you learn. From what I'm to understand, this PC is better than initially what I was told. Initially, I was told it wasn't so good. And then more people did research when I actually gave you the specs on it yesterday, or the full name of it yesterday, and said, no, actually, it's better than you thought. It's just under maybe the power of a Steam Deck, which is good. So I'm glad that it's better than I thought, all right? Listen to this. RG Beef says, you literally said yesterday AMD processors don't have cooling like Intel processors do. That's not true. That was 100% based on information told me by viewers. Okay? That was told to me by viewers. And you have the right to dispute that and say that's not true. What I said was, if you have an AMD processor and an Intel processor and it's in a mini PC and there's no cooling, the AMD runs hotter. That's what I was told. But apparently this mini PC does have a fan. In which case, I guess, that's great then, right? It has a fan, so that means it's going to cool it down. It's not going to matter, right? Oh, excuse me. Oh my god, excuse me. All of a sudden I'm belching everywhere. Oh my god, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god, excuse me. Ooh. Yes, that is correct. A lot of the things that I say are hearsay based on what people tell me. You're right, because I'm one person and you are many. I don't have infinite time to sit here and research every single possible thing that I say about everything. I don't. I base it on things that I hear from you guys, things I read on social media or in news stories and stuff. You know, am I at Evo to know that the USB ports are melting? Should I have gone there, flown out there to confirm the reports, or could I just talk about it on my podcast today? Do you see? But you want to nitpick because you want to basically make me look like a villain or like an idiot, and I'm not. So enough of your bullshit. How about that? How about you hold me to the same human standards as every single other person who streams and stop acting like I'm supposed to be an infallible human who knows everything. I don't. I base it off of input I get every day. In fact, you know what I'm saying? So people, when I first got this 2 days ago, people were sending me information. Hey, here's what I think. Here's what, you know, and I base what I talk about on my podcast based on what people are telling me. So then yesterday, some people are like, we don't think that information is correct. Can you give us the stats? So I did. I told you the actual stats on the box. Okay. People researched it overnight and now came at me overnight and actually left me comments. They're like, no, actually, you don't even understand. That's actually way better than you think it is. You can play some 3D games and things on there. Again, not high settings. It should be fine. It shouldn't overheat. And I was like, oh, that's good to know. Because now maybe I could consider doing things that I wasn't thinking of doing, you know, with this new information. That's cool, right? But you have to understand, I'm not going to be perfect. I'm not going to have ultimate knowledge every day. Yesterday, we had people coming into the last third of the podcast asking me questions about things we answered in the first third. And it was over and over. Like, well, so what? Am I supposed to restart the show to tell you everything I already told you in the first third of the show? Like, it's ridiculous. Again, no one else is held to these kind of crazy standards, and no one else gets this kind of criticism. Only Darkside Phil, because people want to sit here in a toxic environment.
I'm now the underdog of the internet again.
All right? And they want to be rude to me on my own show where I'm just trying to entertain you every day, acting like this is some kind of a fucking scientific show about PCs or something. It's not. So, newsflash, this isn't Linus Tech Tips. This isn't Digital Foundry. This is DSP Gaming. I'm a 41-year-old guy who has very limited knowledge about this stuff, and I'm just winging it every day. It's time to stop being assholes. All right? Really. And if you want to live in that toxic asshole world, then stay off my streams, because I don't want you here. I don't want people coming and spamming my streams, demanding things for a fucking hour from me. Yes, perhaps you could have thought that yesterday I was being rude to you, Lavinia, but literally you sat here in the chat, spammed my fucking podcast, demanding my attention during the time that wasn't even Q&A. Fuck off and get banned and don't come back. You're an obnoxious individual and we don't want your kind around here. We want people who are actually here to have a good time and be chill. So fuck off and kiss my ass.
Banned.
They're actually very happy about this because now we don't have to listen to this bullshit anymore, right? It's like, why the fuck are we wasting time on this nonsense? Why on the... Oh, of course. SD Charger says they're just going to flood back in a couple of days. You're absolutely right, because this is what they do. They come in with their sock accounts, and they change all their names like I don't know who they are. And I'm very nice. I'm very nice to these people. I don't immediately reban them when they come back. That person in particular had been banned multiple times. This was like their 5th sock account. And I'm like, dude, all right, I'm going to be nice. And then they come in here with a know-it-all attitude yesterday. Oh, here's my opportunity. I finally got Phil in a gotcha moment because I'm researching his mini PC and it's better than he thinks it is. So here, let me come to the fucking podcast mad late in the last 20 minutes and tell him he's all wrong just to get him in a gotcha moment on his own show. To which case I'm like, no, I'm going to make fun of this because it's stupid. No one cares. I don't have the data. We'll have more data. I'm sure people will research it. So now this person literally sat in chat, just so you guys don't watch it on demand because you have no idea. Since the moment I started the podcast this morning, we're running over an hour now. They have been spamming the chat. Are you going to apologize to me? Because I'm right about your PC and you're wrong. And blah, blah, blah. What? And I'm not even kidding. I counted. It was about 40 times they spammed the chat with that message today. 40 times. So it's about once a minute. They spammed the chat with a message. So I'm supposed to be serious about this? You know what I'm saying? You're out of your mind. And by the way, no, that wasn't a supporter. That's someone who's been gifted memberships 3 times in a row, and it's a sock account of a fucking troll. I know who it is. Like I say, I know all these people who are coming in and act like this. Normal people don't come to the streams and act like that. All right? That's someone, oh, it's all about me. It's not. It's my podcast, not yours. All right? Enough with the being completely unfair to me and trying to make it out like I'm a villain. And again, why did they do that? Why did they just spam my chat for 40 minutes with the same message? So that now there could be highlights of this podcast so the haters can talk about something today. Go fuck yourself.